everything going, Elisa? It's been quite a while since our last chat.
Hello, Christine. It's been some time. We are doing well. How about you? We should stay in touch more often.
I agree, Elisa. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. By the way, there's something I wanted to talk with you.
Sure.
That's great. It's been ages since we've had a conversation like this.
I think it was 2 years ago. I've been back home a couple of times since then, but it's usually just short trips for work. My schedule has been quite hectic.
That's life. Nevertheless, we can still stay in touch through texts. That's life. Nevertheless, we can still stay in touch through texts.
I'm really sorry to hear that, Christine. I genuinely hope she makes a full recovery.
Thank you.
Have you had a conversation with Oliver recently?
Not really. That's not uncommon in our family. We're all pretty bad at staying in touch. Even my mom is hard to reach. She doesn't answer my calls or respond to my messages.
That's just like her, haha. We've tried to show her how to use the phone many times, but it doesn't work with her.
There's no will among us. We just aren't close. That's how it is. Nonetheless, I'm happy to hear that everyone is doing fine.
True. Some families are just like that. Everyone is different, and there's no harm in it. You mentioned that there was something you wanted to tell me. Did something happen?
My husband would prefer if I kept in touch with my family altogether. I've tried messaging Oliver, but it doesn't work. So I thought you might be my best option.
I understand, and I'm happy to chat and catch you up on everything. Oliver might respond if you reached out to him, but I can't say that for sure.
I've sent several messages, but he has yet to reply. It makes me think he's not interested, no offense.
He does the same thing with me at times. He gets busy with work and forgets to respond later in the day.
I see. Anyway, how are things going for you in Germany? Have you adapted well?
The transition has been quite the journey, but we've now fully adapted to our new surroundings. That first year was quite challenging, but now we have more friends there. We are also gradually getting used to the culture here.
Indeed, it's still surprising that Oliver accepted that job offer. Moreover, he's fortunate to have a supportive wife who was willing to make such a significant move. That's an important decision for anyone.
I hadn't originally planned on living away from home indefinitely. However, living in Germany for a period made me change my mind. We discussed it extensively before accepting the job, viewing it as the perfect opportunity to experience something distinctive.
You're so confident, Lissa. I don't think I could last more than a month in such a situation. How about your work there? Is it too heavy for you?
Well, I didn't have many options. I was accepted to work at a hotel near my home. Luckily, Oliver has a good job, which helped lighten the load in the early stages.
It's been a challenging journey, but you guys are true go-getters. How about the food? Does it suit your taste?
Absolutely. The food is quite tasty. I can easily buy local food in supermarkets.
How's your apartment?
We got lucky with our apartment. Oliver's company helps cover their employees' rent because housing costs have been increasing significantly.
That's fantastic! How about the salary?
Yeah, we're pretty comfortable, I'd say.
I can imagine. Especially with both of you working, you must be doing quite well financially.
Fortunately, we're doing well for ourselves.
I was just curious how things were going for you.
We're doing well. Thanks for asking.
We should talk more often. It's nice to stay in touch.
Agreed. Feel free to reach out anytime. I'll make sure to ignore your texts. Ha ha! 2 weeks later.
Hi, Elia. I can't call either you or Oliver.
Oliver is on a business trip, and I am at work. What's wrong, Christine?
Our mother had a fall while going for a walk, and unfortunately, she hit her head on the way down.
Oh, really? Where is she now?
She has been unconscious since the fall and is in the emergency room right now.
That's terrible. How did the doctors say?
The doctor said she would survive. Luckily, she was taken to the hospital in time.
Thank God! I'll inform Oliver, and we'll sort out our work to head home as soon as possible.
Wait a moment! Let's not rush into anything just yet. Mom is currently quite vulnerable. I think it's better to avoid getting exposed to her.
I understand that concern.
Moreover, the hospital usually limits visitors to the intensive care unit. Even if you were to fly home, you probably wouldn't be able to see her. Unfortunately, there's not much you guys can do for her right now. I'll keep an eye on her, though.
I see. Better safe than sorry, I suppose.
I'm sure she wouldn't want Oliver to see her in this condition. You know her. She must be feeling quite embarrassed. Don't worry too much, Elisa. If there are any changes, I'll inform you promptly.
That's true. Thank you. I'm grateful for it. I'm sorry that you're dealing with this on your own. This is the tough part of being far from home.
I'm confident she'll recover soon, and you can visit her then. I'm sorry this situation is difficult for all of us.
I wish I could be there to assist you. I know this must be difficult, but I can only ask you to take care of our mother. If there's anything we can do to help, please don't hesitate to ask.
No need to worry. I'll let my mom alone during her difficult times. I can control everything, so please don't worry.
I understand. We're relying on you. The next day.
Elisa, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
I need your help in this situation. I cannot decide things on my own. Our mother's medical bills will be costly. Can you help with the money?
Absolutely. That's all we can help.
Thank you. That is a great relief to me at this time. Furthermore, depending on how long she's in the hospital, I might need to hire a nurse to watch over her. I also have to go to work. I'll ask you Oliver about this matter. The cost will be expensive. If you would give even a small amount, it would make things much easier for us.
Don't worry about it. Just tell us how much it costs. We will support you as best we can.
That's great. This is a significant help, Alyssa.
Do you know how much it costs to hire a nurse to take care of our mom?
If you could provide $1,000 a month, that should cover a good portion of it.
Got that, Christine. If you need other assistance, just tell us. We're willing to assist. We don't want you to handle everything on your own.
Knowing that really eases my mind. Honestly, I've been pretty rattled over here.
That's understandable. We usually think our parents are doing well until an accident happens unexpectedly. I'm really sorry that I can't help you more.
Don't blame yourself anymore. Accidents can happen. It's just hard to believe this happened to our mom, of all people.
I know. It isn't very comforting. We're here to support you.
This situation has made me realize that I don't talk to my mom enough. I wish we were closer. I wish I had tried harder.
2 months later.
I'm sorry to keep bothering you, Elisa. I've got another favor to ask.
Okay. What's that, Christine?
Can you give a little more money to support my mom? Her bills are getting higher. It's surprising how expensive things are now.
What happened? Did you find a nurse to help?
I hired a nurse who works here. But I think it's a good idea to get a private nurse to give our mom more personalized care.
Who needs all this care?
Of course, my mom. Why are you asking so strangely?
Your mom is living with us at the moment. She's fine and does not need any special care.
Huh? What are you saying? There's no way she can take a flight in with her current state.
Why do you think that?
She's not well enough to travel on an airplane.
In fact, she did it. She was totally fine traveling by air. And I found her earlier today, standing outside our house.
What? Is she staying with you in Berlin?
That's right. It surprised me because she was hospitalized. And now she appeared at my house. I asked her about it, but she doesn't remember it happening. That's odd, right?
How did she know your address? It's quite surprising.
She flew with a friend to Europe and came to visit us. But the real reason for her trip was to surprise us and visit her grandchild. She did a great job keeping it a secret.
But how was she doing this? The doctor told her to stay in bed and not leave yet.
We didn't prepare anything for her visit, so it's been quite chaotic. But the important thing is we found out you've been lying to us all along. Can you explain this situation? What have you been spending our money on?
Oh, some things have been happening.
Things? What kind of things need such a lot of money to fix? And you've even asked for more.
It was an emergency, all right? I didn't have any other choice. In fact, I planned to tell you the truth eventually. I just needed to get through a really tough time.
If you'd been honest from the beginning, we might have helped you. Is that why you suddenly messaged me out of the blue? You never really cared about staying in touch. You just wanted money. No wonder your family doesn't talk to you much. I should realize something was fishy when you kept asking about our finances.
I'm in serious trouble right now. That money was essential for me to get through this tough time.
What trouble?
We accrued some debt, and now we can't afford to pay for it.
What? Does your husband earn a lot of money? Not to mention you also have a job? If so, money shouldn't be an issue.
I spent too much money on my credit cards accidentally. I didn't realize we couldn't afford it.
What did you spend your money on?
Just essential stuff, like clothes and cosmetics.
You went shopping so much that you ended up in debt. That's unbelievable. You bought nothing essential. It's really just you who caused this, not we. You got non-essential things that you wanted. And now you cheat us for money? You should take responsibility for this by yourself.
I tried. I've cut down expenses, but it's still insufficient to pay off the debts. I was exhausted and need to take a rest. The extra money we had to pay because of the debt was increasing. We wouldn't have been able to solve this issue without your financial assistance.
Why didn't you just sell the things you bought? Did your husband know about this?
I can't return them now, and I haven't told him anything. He's very strict about money and wouldn't forgive me for this.
He may be the only one who can help you.
No, he won't tolerate this. I need to pay off my debt without him finding out. If he does, he'll get mad. I'm really sorry for tricking you.
You should apologize to your mom and Oliver, not just me. She is upset too. You used your mom to make money. That's really bad.
Sure, I'll apologize to her once she comes home. I know I messed up.
She told me you haven't talked to her for years and never contacted her. Even though you were distant from her, you used her to make money. That's hilarious.
I'll pay you back eventually. Please give me a break. This has been really tough for me.
I want the money back right now, not later.
I can't. I don't have any money. I need at least a year to gather the money.
You want me to wait a year, don't you? Are you joking? I can't trust you. You've cheated on me once, and you may do the same thing again. I'm afraid a year will pass, and I'll never hear from you again. A week later, your mom left our house this morning. She will travel with her friend to Paris for 1 week and then back home. Now that I want to talk with you clearly, I want you to return the money you took from me immediately.
We already talked about this. I can't give it back.
Then sell the stuff you bought. You can get some money from that. You must have a lot of things in your house that you can sell. I don't care what you have to do. Oh, you possess an expensive car, right? Sell it or do whatever it takes. Get the money back to me as soon as possible.
You want me to sell my things? No, I can't. I don't want anyone to use my belongings.
Think of it like you're in trouble with a debt collector. I'm the one you owe money to. You have 1 week to return my money. If you don't have money on hand, you'll have to find ways to get some.
You don't need to act unreasonably. I'm trying hard, okay? My husband would be furious if I sold his things.
I don't see any problems there. Maybe he should know what you're doing. I've asked your mom to tell him if I don't get the money back soon.
Oh, no! How could you do that? He'll be so angry. I'll get you the money, please.
It's the best way, Christine. He deserves to know the truth. I'm sure he has enough money to help you out of debt. You just need to ask, wouldn't it be better if we just told him everything?
He'll never forgive me. He's very strict about money. I understand, okay? Just give me a little more time. I'll get you the money.
You know you did something wrong, right? Fraud is a serious matter. Don't try to downplay it because we're family. We hardly even talk. You're not much like family.
Don't call it that.
If you do not apologize for what you've done to me and return the money, I'll settle this outside of court. I had your mom represent us. I don't want to cause her too much trouble. And she is willing to do that.
Why would she agree to go against her own daughter?
I wonder too. You always said she cared a lot about herself. She's a law-abiding citizen. It's too bad you didn't learn that from her. You and your mom are very different.
Are you intentionally insulting me?
I'm not judging your personality. You're the one who broke the law.
I didn't take anything. I just borrowed it for a short time, and I promise I'll return it.
You keep saying that, but you don't seem to feel bad or in a hurry about it. If you give me the money back, we can solve this problem easily. The sooner the better.
Can I have 2 months? I really need that much time.
No. Otherwise, I'll let your mom handle it from here. She'll be tougher on you than I would have, unfortunately.
I don't understand why you're acting like this. I know both of you earn a lot of money. Why do you need it back so soon? Will a couple of $1,000 really make a difference for you?
Honey, a lot of money doesn't mean I should waste it on you. So you think it's my fault?
I'm not saying it's your fault. I don't understand why we can't leave it at that. Anyways, I apologized and promised to give you the money soon.
Don't you feel any guilt? Once you pay me back, things can go back to normal. If you need money, you could have just told me. We could have found a way to pay it back slowly. You didn't need to make up a story about your sick mom. We were genuinely worried. Being honest with people usually has good results.
I'm scared of my husband finding out. I'm already in trouble with him.
But you can't use that as an excuse for everything.
Don't you have any compassion? Can't you understand my situation?
No. You should be responsible for your issues and admit when you mess up. When you do that, people are kinder to you. By having good relationships built on trust, we are able to handle challenging situations together. After that, I called my mother-in-law right after that talk. I asked her to help me get the money back. She went to Christine's house when she knew her husband would be there. She told him everything. It was a big surprise for her husband. However, he gave us all the money she owed and apologized to us on his wife's behalf. This wasn't the first time she did something like this. He had enough and divorced her not long after. He chose to leave her. He got the full custody of their kids and the house. Christine had nowhere to stay, so she asked her mom for help. However, her mom was still furious about being used in her plans. Their relationship went back to what it was before. No contact. As for me, I don't talk to her either, so I have no idea what she's been doing. Honestly, I don't care.
Orly, do you plan on staying in your room all day? I can't keep begging you. I'm tired of shouting for you to come and eat.
I don't want to eat your food. And don't talk to me after what you did.
You are an ungrateful person. I'm trying to help you here. You're about to turn 18. It's a big deal. Many people will try to take advantage of you. I'm sorry for slapping you. I wanted to get some sense into you.
You want me to sign over my inheritance. That's not fair, and it shouldn't be on your mind.
How dare you be so ungrateful after all I've done for you, Orly?
You slapped me and could have hurt me. The money is mine, not yours. Did you pretend to be a good mom to get the money?
If you disrespect me in my house, you have no right to stay here.
So you're kicking me out before I can take care of myself?
Yes, you think you're a grown woman, so act like one. Pack your things and leave tonight. I don't care where you go.
But, Mum, you've heard about the disappearances happening lately.
Open the door and give me what I want. I don't want to ask again.
No, it's my money.
Did you really think I couldn't break down the door and toss you out like the vermin you've become? You're utterly useless to me.
Mom, please reconsider. It's midnight, and I'm penniless. Where am I supposed to go?
Should have pondered that before choosing to defy me, acting so ungrateful. Consider the years of toil I've endured, and you don't wish to compensate me.
I said I could part with some money, not all of it.
You're getting $3 million, and you expect me to settle for a measly $200.
Dad left you with substantial funds to care for me and bought this house.
Cry me a river. Call the cops if you must. It won't faze me. Leave my driveway. I need to sleep.
Astonishing. You're not the mother I thought I knew, and I know who's responsible for this transformation in you.
Oh, come on. Don't speak ill of him. You should be grateful. He's been so helpful around the house.
He lacks a stable job, and you're constantly giving him money. Why let him manipulate you like this, Mom? I'm disheartened by the person you're becoming.
I'm the mother. I'm the one who should be saying that. By the way, your birthday party is off.
Says who? Are you forgetting that Isabella's mom arranged everything? Even if it was your money, she orchestrated and signed for it all.
Well, Then enjoy it without me because we're finished.
Hey, are you all right? Did you miss a second period?
I had to consult with a lawyer about my situation. My mom is contesting the will.
Why? She's so resentful. It's not like you won't support her if you have the money.
She thinks I'm too young to handle all that money. Perhaps, but I have a mentor willing to teach me about investing. What I don't want is for that money to fall into his hands.
That guy is a real creep.
Either way, thank you for letting me stay at your place. You were the only one who responded.
Anytime, bestie. You know I've got your back.
We'll be back before the fourth period.
Hey, I wanted to tell you this before anyone else did.
What's up?
The other girls don't want to sit with us at lunch. I think Corbin's daughter spilled the beans. They're saying you're too destitute to sit with them.
Classic Laura. I'm back now.
I saved us a table. I refuse to sit with those phony girls. Did you know they ignored the texts and calls you sent for help?
What? It's unbelievable. Thank you for standing by me.
Of course I will. You're a true friend.
I've known you for only 2 years, but your loyalty surpasses those I've known for years. Loyalty isn't measured by how long you've known someone.
Absolutely right. See you soon.
Hey, I informed your mom that you were at the library. Did you manage to secure the items?
Indeed, I did. The party is going to be fantastic.
How can you muster the nerve to throw a celebration while your mom is unwell?
Is she really sick? I couldn't care less. Does she even acknowledge my existence?
She does. Ease up on your mom. She's done a lot for you.
She not only slapped me, but hurled insults when I tried to assert myself. Is that what motherhood entails?
So where do you plan to stay? You can't crash at friends' places indefinitely. Surely you realize that.
I'll manage. I don't need the both of you.
Why not set everything aside and attend to your mom?
She didn't even give birth to me. Why should I be responsible for her? You claim to love her, so handle it on your own. My birthday party is approaching.
You're insufferable. We'll ensure you get none of that money. Remember, you're not 18 yet.
Do as you please. I'm not intimidated.
You should be. You'll end up with nothing, and perhaps that'll teach you to respect your elders.
You mean nothing to me. Just a freeloader contributing nothing to the household.
There you have it. No party for you.
I meticulously curated the perfect mix for the school's best TJ after going through significant trouble. My bestie had to sneak out of town to get it, and now you've cancelled my party, citing a noise violation. I was attempting to keep quiet until after graduation, but you've pushed me. I'll visit Mom tomorrow. You're not welcome.
How can I be certain you won't unleash your temper on her and cause harm?
Because I'm not deranged. Your daughter Laura is more likely to resort to that.
Refrain from discussing my daughter.
Concentrate on her, not me then.
I refuse to believe a single word you uttered. If you bring such absurdity into my abode again, I won't hesitate to evict you. It seems you derive pleasure from being degraded.
Well, I'm speaking the truth. You can't lay a claim to my inheritance. I secured it a year ago.
I'm well aware of your age. You didn't turn 18 last year.
You didn't give birth to me, and your involvement in my education was minimal. The reality is, I had to repeat a grade.
You did what?
I didn't succeed in the subject you pushed me to take, so I repeated the grade and changed classes to ensure I passed. I kept it from you because I didn't want to disappoint you. Moreover, you got your boyfriend, who strikes me as dubious. So, as soon as I turned 18, I claimed my inheritance and bought a house. I feared you two would marry and cast me aside.
How could you deceive me like that? You clearly didn't come from my womb. It must be your mother's ordinary genes that influenced you.
Don't speak ill of my mother.
Why shouldn't I? Your mother was unhinged. Your father was relieved when she passed away.
He was devastated. Don't defame my mom.
Then I entered his life and brought about change.
But my mother wasn't a bad person. She didn't deserve to die. How can you say such things about her?
Well, she evidently raised you improperly. You're exceedingly ungrateful, despite all I've done for you. You've genuinely surprised me. You're free to leave and enjoy your new house, but I'll never lift a finger for you again.
Fine, as long as we're clear. I'll retrieve all of my belongings then.
Hey, I want to go out and get some food after school. I feel like doing some window shopping at the mall. You don't seem like wanting to go anywhere these days. Aren't you supposed to be furnishing your house?
Yeah, but I've been lazy and busy with school. You should probably stay at home too.
Oh, why would I do that?
I just don't feel safe in this town anymore. Sometimes I feel like someone is watching me. I'm constantly paranoid that someone will find out that I have the money and threaten me.
So, you think your mother would snitch? That wouldn't help her in any way. I think you're paranoid because of the amount of coffee you drink. You must be getting better.
Come on, don't insult my favorite drink. I don't know. I feel like someone is watching me.
It's all in your head, my dear. You'll be fine. Come with me. I saw this little shop that sells antique furniture.
Okay, only because you're buying lunch.
Fair enough.
Isabella, someone broke into my new house.
What the hell?
I just got there. I was speaking to contractors about redoing some of the windows. When I got there, the place was broken into and trashed. Everything was broken. Now I have to restart. I cannot move in when I want to.
Don't worry about where to stay. My parents love having you here. But do you think the attack was personal?
Let me send you pictures. This was personal, and I think I know who did it. You do know that I can press charges against you.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you've done to my house.
And what proof do you have?
I don't have security cameras, but guess what I do have? You dropped a hammer, the one with your initials. Guess you're getting sloppy. I said nothing because I was staying with Mom and you. I used to be scared of you, but I knew that you were shady. I know the kinds of people you hang out with. That was a low blow, and I'm going to make sure you pay for this.
Look, you can go and cry about this to someone else, but I don't give a damn. Check for fingerprints. You won't find a thing.
How can you be so cruel? I have worked so hard on this house. Oh my God, it was you having me followed. It has to be. You're going to jail for this, you creep.
Oh, please. You have no proof of anything, little girl. Don't mess with me.
If anything happens to me, you're going to be the #1 suspect.
Incidentally, he's been released. Never try that again. Why accuse him of such actions against your house?
So, you're involved in this?
Darling, why would I harm you? I'm not that heartless.
I'm not crazy, Mom. You're the one who did it.
By the way, to bail him out, I had to sell some of your trophies.
You sold my trophies. You're a monster and I hate you.
If you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
That man is not good for you. He'll destroy you. Be careful.
I won't take romantic advice from you. You're housebreak and shows you're too young for responsibility. Stop being a brat, and I can help.
I don't want your help.
What's happening? Why did we get an eviction letter? Please don't do this.
Leave my house, sell everything, but you won't live here with that criminal. You took care of me, but that doesn't give you the right to steal.
I panicked. I took care of you for so long. It was hard to let go.
You stole my money. He followed me, Mom. How creepy is that?
You had him arrested on false charges. Can't he come back and we live as a happy family?
It's too late. I can't live with a violent man waiting to hurt you.
How can you say that? He's been good to us.
He wants your money.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Fine. I'll do a background search on him to prove he isn't good.
If he has a criminal record, they must know I'm right.
I doubt he does. I hope your investigation is complete.
Yes, I found some shady things, but he wouldn't hurt me.
Tell me, so we can get rid of him.
He's been good to me. I can't just do that to him. I'm sure he can explain.
Mom, you're scaring me. Please leave that house. We can forget everything and move into my house far away from him.
Not with his kid.
You're pregnant?
Yes, I am. He knows and wants to get married. I've wanted to marry him for so long. I love him.
I gave you a chance, but you chose him. You're still getting evicted.
If anything happens to me, do not interfere. I got myself into this.
Okay, fair enough. Something happened to my mom.
What happened?
She found out about my stepdad and hasn't contacted me. It's bad.
What do you mean by that?
What if he finds out I'm snooping and hurts her?
Do you think he's the creeper kidnapping girls?
No, he wouldn't, would he?
He's lucky creepy. Contact him and find out.
My mom is pregnant, making it worse.
You have to find her.
No one's at the house. I should go to the cops.
Don't be hasty. Calling the cops might worsen things.
You're right. I don't need this. I have an exam tomorrow, the last one.
I'm so tired. I can't wait for school to be over.
Same here. After repeating a year, I'm over it. Where are you?
You were right. He's not to be trusted. He gave me the phone to tell you he kidnapped me. If you don't give him the money by tomorrow, he'll end my life.
What? He wouldn't do that. You're carrying his child.
Check your emails.
He did that to you. Oh my God.
I know you wouldn't want to save me. After all, I haven't been a good mom.
I told you, but you didn't listen.
Please help me. I really think he's going to kill me. I'm sorry for all I did.
Where is my mom?
You evicted us, did you not?
She isn't answering our calls. Where is she?
You don't give me what I want, and there will be nothing left of her. You have 2 days. Come alone and I'll send you the location.
My dear, thank you so much for helping me. I wish I hadn't dragged you into this.
You think? I want nothing to do with you after this. I warned you about him, but you didn't listen.
How much money did you give him?
2 million in cash. I think he's out of town already. Did he hurt the baby?
No, I'm not hurt. Wow, I didn't know you cared about me like that. I thought you would never want to see me again and would allow him to hurt me.
I don't care about you. I did this for the baby, and I couldn't have your death on my conscience. I did this merely because I'm a good person, not because I care about you.
You must come over for dinner so we can celebrate my freedom.
No, I don't want to see you. I lost my money because of you.
Please, I have to thank you in some way.
Fine, I'll show up, but with Isabella. I don't trust you. We'll need to discuss how to move forward. Mom, I hope you like the champagne Isabella's mom gave me for you.
Oh my, why is she so sweet? I'll keep it for after I give birth.
There's a lot to celebrate, like the crook being caught.
What? What?
Yes, I gave them marked bills and some fake ones. Got the idea from a series Isabella and I like watching.
Oh my God, why would you do something so dangerous? What if he comes back for us?
He won't come back, nor will he hurt you.
What makes you say that?
Because you two staged a kidnapping.
How do you know that?
Did you really think I believed you? Still up for that champagne? It might be the last one for a while.
I did nothing wrong, and you have no proof.
I just heard from the neighbor that my mom has been taken away by the cops for questioning.
I'm still baffled. How did you know they were tricking you?
I always had bad vibes about that man, so I asked her to look into him. I also installed cameras in the treehouse overlooking the house without them knowing.
He's creepy. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yes, instead, my mom, Corbin, and Laura, his daughter, packed bags and left the house. All three seemed happy. I used a Find My Friends app to track Laura to a lodge.
Damn, girl.
Enid spilled the details about which lodge, and that's how I knew they were tricking me.
So you figured out they were tricking you?
Yes, but I needed to teach them a lesson and get that man out of my life. The things I found out about him are chilling.
How chilling.
Maybe I'll tell you on Halloween.
So you gave him fake bills and waited for him to get caught?
Yes, and the great part is, he's a previous offender, which is not good for his parole.
That's good and all, but what about your mom's baby?
The law will deal with that. She chose to participate in a crime, so she needs to be prepared to do the time.
I have newfound respect for you. You outsmarted two grown people.
I knew if I didn't do something, they'd hurt me for the money, so I made sure they got what they deserved.
I'm proud of you for standing up for yourself while acing your exams.
I'm glad to. Now let's have that perfect holiday. I just finished furnishing my house. Let's go for a party. Corbin got about 15 years in prison with parole after 10 years because his daughter turned against him. My stepmom did give birth, but her parents took the baby. She struggled to find a job in town for a while because no one trusted her, so she left. I, on the other hand, went to college after my trip with Isabella and am having the time of my life. Regarding step-parents having access to step-kids' funds, it depends on the individual circumstances, legal agreements, and the relationship dynamic. In many cases, financial matters involving stepchildren are typically handled through legal channels such as custody agreements and wills to ensure fair and transparent arrangement.
Hi, Vivian. It's me, Louisa. Did I hear correctly that you failed an interview yet again? You are a really worthless woman. It's disappointing to hear that you haven't pursued higher education beyond high school. That may have impacted your career prospects.
I'm sorry for never having a career after high school. It's challenging for me to find a company that's willing to hire me, but it's not solely because of that. I simply have different career aspirations than other family members, and that's why it'll be more challenging to find the job I desire. If I don't land the job I want, I fear I won't be able to take any job seriously.
Huh? What are you going to say? I understand that not having a college degree may be a barrier to finding a job. Our family has a legacy in teaching, and your repeated failures are causing us to consider disassociating you from the family. I've discussed this extensively with Mom already. You should stop coming back home to us now.
How come? Louisa, what are you talking about?
We've decided to clear out the belongings you left in the house, so there's no need for you to return. Go out in the world and take care of yourself. You're on your own now.
Wait, Louisa, it seems a bit sudden to ask me to do that out of nowhere, don't you think? Just like all of you, I do want to leave the house, but it's too fast for you to throw my stuff away and kick me out.
Your belongings won't be discarded.
Huh?
Due to your unsuccessful attempts to establish yourself in the family, you and your belongings are considered trash, and garbage has to be thrown out. We'll see to it that the rubbish is removed as soon as possible. Our family has left you on your own and cannot help you, so don't seek anyone for help. Goodbye now, you filthy mess.
I've always believed that you all have treated the people I consider family poorly, but I never imagined things would escalate to this point. Kicking me out of the house so abruptly is unbelievable.
Don't bother attempting to reconnect with us in the future. Even if you want to come back to the house, be aware that we'll change the locks. I'll also inform our neighbors that you're no longer welcome, and if they see you around, I'll call the police. Take this as your only warning.
Are you really taking it to this extreme? When will you all put an end to this unnecessary drama? Don't any of you feel a hint of sadness for what you're doing to your own family? I've endured your hostility all this time, but I suppose this is where I draw the line, as I never expected a day like this to arrive so soon.
So everything's because of you, right? We come from a family of competent teachers, yet you never bothered to carve out a path for yourself. You lack commitment to education and have never made an effort to find a job. That leaves us with no other option.
But I never aspired to be a teacher. After graduating high school, I did try working for a primary school, but I couldn't find any motivation to continue my work. That's why I chose a different journey than the rest of you. However, for pursuing my dreams, you and the family labeled me a failure, despite the fact that I've been succeeding in my career.
Say whatever you like. The family has collectively decided to kick you out of this house. Don't try to come back. It will only complicate things for you. Goodbye for good, you worthless mess. I won't consider you my sister anymore.
Hold on, Louisa. Do you truly intend to go through with this? Can you please let me take my belongings with me? At least, disposing of all those things is not acceptable, I beg you.
No, it's too late, Vivian. I can't believe this. I never thought I'd run into you again after all these years, especially in a place like this.
I'm just as surprised as you are. But what really shocked me was how you freaked out when you saw me and screamed to have me thrown out, and people actually followed through with it.
How did you find out about my wedding today? I assume hearing that I got married to a rich man made you jealous, and you wanted to show up. I never wanted to see you again after we cut ties with you, but here you are.
So, even after 5 years, you still see me as garbage? I thought that after 5 years, you might have changed your thoughts, but clearly, I was wrong.
Why did you come here today? Even Mom is upset after seeing you again, and she wants to know just as much as I do. What brought you all the way here to see us? I can honestly say that I have never, ever remembered inviting you to my special day. So, what prompted your presence here without an invitation? Were you hoping to reconcile with us?
That was never my motive for being here today. And I wasn't aware this was your wedding either.
Really? It seems like you're being dishonest right now. If you truly didn't know it was your sister's wedding today, why did you show up dressed as if you were trying to make amends and reintegrate into the family? I'm sorry, but your attire still doesn't align with our family standards.
I know clearly that the hatred you have for me will never go away, and neither will Mom. But contrary to the future you envisioned for me, I haven't become a failure. And today you forced me to leave the wedding without allowing me the opportunity to respond. That solidifies my belief that both you and Mom are beyond redemption.
Oh, come on, Vivian. We're well aware that engaging in conversation with you hasn't brought positive results after how much you've fallen. Have you managed to surpass us in any way after all these years? Are you now becoming a competent teacher just like the rest of us?
No, I'm not a teacher.
Well, that only affirms to everyone that you are a failure, destined to remain in the pit you dug for yourself. So why did you choose my significant day to show up? Is it related to your financial losses, with the hope that we'll bail you out? We've made it clear before that we have no regard for someone without a college degree and didn't pursue a teaching career, unlike the rest of us. And I don't remember ever sending out an invitation to my wedding to any failures.
So you're completely unaware of my position right now, huh?
What more do I need to learn about you?
Well, okay, let me tell you the truth. I didn't attend this wedding to celebrate you or ask for your financial support. My presence here is because the groom, who happens to be your husband, is one of my employees. I've come as his CO to show support on his special day.
What? You're his CO? Why are you suddenly providing me with such absurd information?
To my knowledge, Vincent, the man you're marrying today, works for me and my company. Never did I imagine that the person he was marrying would turn out to be my long-lost sister from years ago. Now that I have a clear understanding of everything, I can start to comprehend how it all came about. Vincent did mention a while back that he'd be marrying a teacher.
Why are you calling him Vincent as if you're intimately acquainted with him? There's no way the two of you are close enough for you to know him that well. Tell me the real reason you're familiar with my husband's name.
I've been clarifying the reason to you for the past few minutes. However, it seems you're reluctant to accept anything I've shared with you so far, huh? I'm not asking you to understand everything I'm explaining, but please acknowledge that I'm telling the truth.
So, you're telling me that you're his CO? You're claiming to be my husband's boss?
You could refer to me as his boss, but I hold the position of CEO in the company where he is employed. There are a few people between him and me when it comes to his boss. I now understand why you guys were also freaked out when you saw me today. Maybe you never anticipated that the woman you once labeled a failure, evicting her with all her belongings, would eventually establish her own company and hire your husband.
You probably didn't amount to much, did you? Becoming a CEO after we kicked you out seems unbelievable. Well, I, for one, never believed it could happen. Are you truly a CEO now?
Yes, I indeed am. Louisa, your behavior right now is really unpleasant. I need to discuss everything with Vincent soon to ensure he fully understands the situation.
Huh. What do you plan on telling him?
Well, everything about what you did to me in the past. Initially, I intended to attend his wedding today and introduce myself as his CO, as he requested. However, you kicked me out before I could explain anything. Both my mom and sister also expelled me, calling me a failure and a pile of garbage. I no longer have any interest in attending your wedding. I'll inform Vincent about this, so he's aware that I won't be around to introduce myself.
Vincent did mention that everyone would meet his CO today, but I never expected it to be you. When he showed me the CO's name, it matched yours with a different last name.
It's been over 5 years since we last spoke, and it wouldn't be surprising if I got married and changed my last name at that time.
What? You got married? So, you're telling me you got married before I did?
It's been a little over 4 years since my wedding. My husband and I founded a small business 5 years ago. Within that time, it has expanded tremendously to the point where I now operate a few locations outside of the city. Vincent has been part of my company for quite a while, around 3 years, I think. He's in line for a promotion, especially after his wedding.
Hey, Vivian? I'm not entirely sure about the accuracy of what you're saying, but can you assure me that you won't tell Vincent anything crucial today? I don't want him to believe that the reason our CEO couldn't make it to introduce herself is because of me. Please tell him you couldn't attend the wedding due to feeling unwell or something like that. Honestly, I'm skeptical about you being the CEO. However, to play it safe, you must follow my request, and I won't be upset with you anymore. Do you understand what I'm asking?
Huh? What kind of person do you think I am? You're asking me to do all that for you, even though you've always looked down on me and hurt me in multiple ways. It's interesting how the tables turn when you realize that I'm not the one in a deep hole that I can't get out of, but rather you are. Let me just say this. No matter how hard you try to persuade me not to tell him, it's too late. I bet when your husband, Vincent, learns about all of this, he's going to explode on you.
Why would he end up being that upset with me? Stop talking to me about my husband like you know him better than me.
By the way, did you know that he never graduated with a college degree either? And that I offered him an opportunity back then, and it's the sole reason he has a job now? He's just like me, away coming from a past where nobody respected him. Now he's going to learn that you never respected me for that same reason.
What? Vincent never graduated from college?
It's absurd to believe that, despite your constant bullying of me for never having completed college, you finally got married to someone who shared my situation and became your spouse.
Whether or not he graduated from college doesn't matter much. He's still young and has ample time to capitalize on his intellect to achieve financial success. I'm confident he won't face any employment struggles in the future thanks to the ideal job he currently holds.
Interestingly, I was the one who facilitated his access to this perfect job, whom you once bullied for lacking a degree. I did, however, pursue technical school afterward, acquiring certification in my field. I possess the skills and intelligence to thrive in life, proving that a degree isn't the sole determinant of success. I'm curious about how Vincent, your husband, will react when he discovers the extent of your past bullying towards someone like him. Particularly, the fact that you kicked her out of your own family for not pursuing higher education.
Hold on. Please refrain from sharing unnecessary details. I explicitly asked you not to disclose anything that might paint me in a negative light. Vincent might perceive me as a monster if he learns about my previous thoughts and actions.
Sorry, but it's too late. I told him everything already.
What? What are you telling him?
Based on his reaction to me, it seems he's currently having a hard time believing in you.
No way, Vivian. We're about to kick off the wedding, and now my husband is getting upset. And he's expressing that he never imagined I could be such a disgraceful person. I'm freaking out, Vivian.
Well, panicking about this won't change the fact that you made a huge mistake. Vincent deserves to know your true nature before progressing any further with the wedding. If you thought you could continue with your behavior without him noticing, his reaction would be even worse when he eventually realizes who you really are. I understand this must be incredibly painful for you right now, but I believe it might be in your best interest to let go at this point.
What do you mean it's best for me to give up now? Wait, this is not good. Vincent wants to cancel the entire wedding.
I had a feeling something like this might happen, but I have to admit, I support his decision. I know you're both already married, but I'm certain he doesn't want things to progress any further now that he's aware of everything. He might request a divorce soon.
Huh. Why are you anticipating the worst for us? I want him to leave me. I finally found a man with a good job who can provide for all my needs. And now I have to deal with the revelation that he's been working for you all this time. What's going on with all of this?
You're the one who should be held responsible for this mess.
However, it is you who shouldn't have been appointed CEO of any business. How on earth did you manage to deceive even my husband into believing your lies?
I've told you, Louisa. None of what I've said is untrue. You've heard it directly from Vincent, haven't you? I'm the CEO of the company he works for, and I will always hold that position, whether you accept it or not. This is the reason Vincent is currently upset with you. He couldn't believe his wife would be that type of disgusting woman. Someone like you who acts like a bully and believes individuals without a college degree are unworthy of happiness needs to reevaluate their mindset. Now, will you and Mom go away and reconsider your perspectives?
Even if you told me to leave, today was the day I had long been looking for. I was about to marry a truly wonderful man. Yet now you're suggesting that things won't work out with him. Are you implying that he no longer loves me?
It's not about his love for you anymore. Rather, he's been deeply affected by your true nature. Anyone would react the way he is upon discovering that the person they love is disgraceful.
Yet, he still trusts you more than he trusts me. Are you trying to tell me that you've been planning for something like this for the past 5 years?
What about my plans?
Did you know he would marry me and that's why you hired him? All for the sake of getting back at me?
That simply cannot be the case. How selfish can you be? I've previously informed you that he's been dedicated to this work for me for a considerable time. Could you please stop exacerbating the situation by selfishly portraying yourself as the victim?
So, is all of this merely occurring by chance?
Our world is quite small. I never thought I'd encounter you again after being expelled from the house. But I'm confident that after today, our paths will never cross again.
I just want us to sever ties with each other. However, if I do that now and leave this chaos unresolved, Vincent will likely leave me too. This is entirely your fault. I'm supposed to be your oldest sister, right? So do something to prevent me from losing my husband on my wedding day. Take action right now.
I don't want to help you in any way. Whatever happens in your marriage with Vincent is none of my concern. All I did today was inform Vincent about your character and how your actions have affected me in the past and present. However, he is the one who must decide how to handle that information, not me. It's regrettable that even after 5 years you haven't stopped treating me poorly. This is the consequence for those who behave negatively. Perhaps now you reflect and strive for positive change. Good luck with that and all the other challenges ahead that may ruin your life.
Wait, please, Vivian. Convince Vincent to listen to me and proceed with the wedding. As his CO, he'll listen to you, right?
If he does listen to me, I'll ask him to call off the wedding and distance himself from you. Being married to you for the rest of his life would be the worst outcome, and I won't allow that.
Are you serious right now?
Could you please stop continuing this conversation with me? Your persistent messages are becoming quite bothersome. Goodbye, you little rat. Perhaps you could take Mom with you as you face the consequences. Ultimately, Vivian disclosed nearly everything to Vincent regarding his wife and her perspective on individuals who didn't attend college. After learning everything, Vincent decided to call off the wedding and initiate a divorce with Louisa. Vincent, previously grateful for the opportunities Vivian had provided through his job, saw his love for Louisa vanish in an instant upon learning the truth. The family finally discovered Louisa and her mother's actions in kicking Vivian out of the wedding. They all got angry with them like Vincent. Consequently, Louisa not only lost her job, but also became the new black sheep of the family.
Hello, Haney. I just wanted to share some news. I'll be marrying the CO, Martin, not you, okay? Do you really believe you're the right match for Martin? I'm the one he's chosen, and I won't have to work again after marrying him.
Lena, what's this about taking Martin from me? If it's a joke, I don't find it interesting. Please, don't send me such messages anymore.
It's no joke, unfortunately, but I think it's hilarious. I've genuinely won Martin over, and he's now mine. You're just a lonely girl right now, and I'm destined to be the CEO's wife. It's like a dream come true.
Are you serious about all this?
Absolutely. Martin prefers me over you. We spent the entire day and night together. He even proposed to me at the most expensive restaurant in town.
Now that you've mentioned it, I remember I couldn't reach Martin yesterday. I was wondering what was going on. And you're telling me it's because you two were together the whole time?
Haney, how many times must I repeat the same thing? I've already made it clear that Martin is now exclusively mine. You dreamed of marrying him and becoming a CEO's wife, but I managed to snatch him away. Now, I'm the one set to marry him. How does it feel to have your fiancé taken by a friend? I think your feelings right now are hard to describe.
Lena, I'm shocked. How could you do this to me? We've been friends since university and I trusted you. I always see you as one of my best friends. But instead you turned around and stole your own friend's fiancé. What you guys did is unacceptable.
I never considered us friends at all. In fact, I've hated you since the day we met. Back in university, I couldn't understand how someone like you, a poor and supposedly unattractive girl, drew more attention from boys than I did. I swore in myself that if you were ever to marry before me, I'd steal your man away first. This has been my plan since university.
What? You mean this has been your plan since our university days? That's absurd.
You don't get it. Our university was prestigious. Children of celebrities and actors study there. I can't understand how someone like you, maybe admitted through charity for poor kids, managed to get in. We aren't on the same level. Just because we studied at the same university doesn't mean we are on the same level. I despise when people forget their place and try to belong where they don't.
I wasn't in anything like that. And you have no idea how hard I worked in that school. I gained admission into this university solely based on my excellent academic performance. And I admit that attending this university is impossible without the scholarship I received. However, I always believed you were the most kind-hearted person there for me. You used to be my closest friend, and all this time you harbored resentment towards me.
It's puzzling. You put in the effort and became our class valedictorian. But prior to your arrival, I was the brightest student. My parents were wealthy and showered me with love. All the teachers trusted me, and I was a favorite throughout the school. However, everything changed when you showed up. Just because you, the new girl with slightly better grades, were treated like the star of the show, you completely overshadowed me.
Well, are you genuinely trying to blame me for how others treated me? I never requested that kind of attention, you know.
I don't want to hear it. Don't claim that someone like you, a poor nobody, didn't revel in all that attention. And all because you excelled in your studies. It's unfair. You made the time during university miserable for me. Do you realize that?
I do now. At least now, I feel like I understand why you always held this animosity towards me. But I still can't understand why that led you to steal my fiancé. It's been more than 8 years since we graduated university. Are you still upset about that?
Absolutely. I never got over a less privileged person like you trying to rise above their station in life.
And what exactly do you mean by that?
I mean that no matter how hard you tried, after university, I know you never achieved anything worthwhile. And no matter how intelligent you may be now, you're still just someone from a poor family. Just like your less fortunate and ugly parents. Did you think marrying a CEO would be your escape from that life? Well, not if I had something to say about it. I wasn't going to let you leap ahead in life like that. It wouldn't have been fair. That's why I felt the need to put you back in your place.
So, is that the real reason you took Martin from me? Are you stuck in your elementary school, aren't you? I can't believe how childish you behave like that. I've never witnessed classism so blatantly displayed in my entire life. Do you believe we live in a caste system or something? What's wrong with you?
It's remarkably easy to provoke lower-income individuals when you remind them of their true roots. Did you really believe you could simply marry a rich man and then step into a life of luxury? Sorry, but that was never an option for someone like you from a humble background. It's clear that I am a much better match for Martin given my background. I was born and raised in an affluent family.
Your background?
Think whatever you want. It doesn't change the fact that Martin belongs to me, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're just mad at me because I took away your chance at escaping poverty?
After a moment, hey Martin, are you there? I have something to ask you.
What's wrong, honey? I'm at the office, so please text me.
First of all, have you been seeing Lena behind my back? I heard that your parents greeted her parents at our engagement, but I never imagined you would do something like this to me.
Hold on a second. How did you find out about Lena and me? I thought we were so careful to ensure that no one would figure out our relationship.
If you must know, Lena reached out herself just to boast about you and her seeing each other. She even mentioned your proposal in a restaurant. I'd love to hear your side of the story and what you have to say for yourself.
Oh, what? Are you kidding me? Lena told everything to you, didn't she? What was she thinking? How could she do that to me? Well, that girl can be unpredictable. But yes, everything Lena told you is true, even the part about us getting married. But you couldn't have expected our relationship to last, right? You know my parents were against us getting married.
Wait, what? What does that mean? Do you really mean that your parents never wanted us to get married?
Of course they were against it. Open your eyes. Did you ever think you were good enough to be married to me? You were just a poor girl that I took pity on. But there was no way I'd let our families merge.
Are you serious? You did not seriously just say that? I can't believe you, Martin.
Well, I don't know what you expect me to say. It's not like your mom or dad is a businessman or a politician, right? They're just average regular workers. They're poor and ugly. Moreover, didn't your father get ill and have to quit his job anyway? And isn't your mother compelled to reduce her work hours just to look after him? You're taking the major responsibilities for your family, and you're not in an easy situation either.
You have no right to talk about my parents in that manner, Martin. Just because my father is sick doesn't give you the right to criticize him. Moreover, it's because of their hard work that I could afford to attend university. I owe them so much, and nothing will ever take that gratitude away.
Don't misunderstand me. I genuinely admire you as an individual, Haney. You secured a slot at one of the top universities in the country, and I find that truly commendable. However, we originate from entirely different backgrounds. Besides, my entire future depends on taking over the family business, so I can't go against my family's wishes. Otherwise, I'm in serious trouble.
So, why were we even in a relationship to begin with? If this is genuinely how you felt, we shouldn't have started dating at all. I never asked you to cheat on me and date my friend.
You're becoming quite annoying, you know that. I'm explaining the reasons behind my decision. You can accept it or not, but don't attempt to make this personal. It's a matter of business.
Business? Are you seriously calling this a business? Do you think I'm going to believe that, you jerk?
Look, the thing is, I highly appreciate smart women like you, okay? But there are aspects about you that I can't tolerate. Like, you're a bit too intelligent, perhaps even more so than me, and that's a major gap. I'm easily attracted by smart women, but being with you made me realize it's preferable to be with someone like Lena, who may not be as intellectually inclined. It's just much simpler to get her to do what I want than it was with you.
Please tell me you don't genuinely hold such disgusting views about dating women. That's just horrible. Lena seems like some embodiment of classism, and you're simply a terrible sexist. Maybe you two are well suited for each other.
It's not sexist. It's just understanding my preferences, okay? If you really want to know. The final straw for you was when I struggled with a work presentation for a long time. When I finally asked you to take a look, you essentially did the entire thing for me in just 20 minutes. I felt completely humiliated, considering my parents' disapproval of us getting married and your intelligence that sometimes works against you. This seems like the best solution. And to be honest, Lena is much more attractive than you. So it's not unreasonable for me to be interested in her.
So you're implying that I have nothing valuable to offer you then?
In simple terms, yes, pretty much. Whoever thought a man would marry a woman smarter than him? You'd have to be a real fool to do that. Anyway, just acknowledge that it's over and move forward with your life, all right?
A week later.
Hey, Haney. Just want to know whether you have received the invitation to our wedding yet. I'm well aware of how much I hate you, but we have to keep up appearances, you know? I invited our friends at university, including you, to avoid raising questions.
It's surprising that you haven't expressed any regret for what happened between us. And now, you audaciously invite me to your wedding.
Come on, don't be so negative. Let's see this as a way to move past everything, okay? I invited you to my wedding for your benefit?
For my benefit? How exactly do you come to that conclusion?
Oh, come on. It's obvious that you're still upset about the breakup and probably still have feelings for Martin. So you can attend the wedding and witness Martin and me kissing, and maybe that will help you snap out of this mood.
Are you kidding me? Is that your reason for wanting me at your wedding?
Well, I also think you'll enjoy it. It's going to be a grand venue with a hefty budget. The decorations will be spectacular, and the wedding venue is decorated with various kinds of flowers. There will be industrialists and famous people, and, well, considering your financial situation, this might be your only chance to have such a fancy experience like this. You are too poor to attend such luxurious wedding like this. Although, I understand that success might make you uncomfortable.
You have the audacity to invite me to your wedding just to show off your wealth. Is that it?
If it sweetens the deal, we're having the wedding catered by a Michelin-starred chef. Additionally, a famous fashion designer will come just to create my wedding dress.
It sounds like quite the event. Are you sure someone like me is welcome?
Well, initially, I was considering something more simple. Then I reconsidered and realized I'm about to marry a future CEO. So there's no need to be modest. I decided to go all out, especially since Martin's parents are happy with my choice of venue.
I'm glad you and his parents are getting along well. They probably find it more comfortable talking to you than they did with me.
Exactly. They like me so much that Martin's dad agreed to cover the entire cost. It's going to be at least $1 million.
Spending $1 million on your wedding? That's unbelievable. Are you sure that's a great decision?
No, it's a great idea. Why would you even question that? Maybe such a poor person like you couldn't calculate too much money.
Yeah, it has to be something like that, Lena.
It's alright. It's unrealistic to expect you to even visualize what $1 million looks like.
I wonder if your father-in-law will be able to visualize it soon, given that he's been arrested.
What do you mean by that?
Haven't you heard the news? Look up his name on Google. He's been making headlines since last night for what he did. I'm concerned about what it might mean for your wedding.
Wait, hold on. Martin's dad has been arrested?
It seems like you have a lot to think about. I might leave you alone for now. But if you really want to know, I don't want to go to your wedding at all. But you convinced me so well that I think I'll show up anyway.
Wait a moment. You can't simply reveal something shocking and then attempt to leave. What's the story of Martin's dad? You need to inform me.
I mentioned it before. You can find the details online. Numerous news covers it. Just search for his name and the term investment fraud.
Hold on, are you saying that he's facing charges for committing fraud?
Yeah, he deceived his own investors. He appropriated funds from numerous individuals and squandered them on a venture. It seems someone may have disclosed evidence of his activities.
No way! This is unbelievable. I had absolutely no inkling of any fraudulent activities. This can't be accurate.
You might want to inform the media that they've misreported, as you were unaware of these events. Anyway, what was the chef planning to prepare for the wedding again?
This is not the time to discuss that. I don't even know if the wedding will happen now. I already sent out the invitations. I was so looking forward to it. This can't be happening to me.
Well, I guess you'll have to inform people of a change in plans and temporarily cancel it. 5 hours later.
Hey, it's just terrible. We had to call off our wedding? This wasn't supposed to happen. What's happening to me?
So, you did end up canceling it after all. Oh no! And I was getting excited about attending your wedding. But don't worry, I'm sure you'll be able to organize a new one once things settle down. You can still have the fancy chef and decorations and everything.
What are you talking about? There's no way that we're ever going to have the wedding again because the engagement is canceled. We're not even married, and we've already divorced.
Hold on. He's not going to marry you anymore.
No, I ended up the relationship. I couldn't allow my family to be linked with his criminal father. Just imagine the harm it would taint my family's reputation. However, Martin is currently refusing to sign the paperwork needed to officially call off our engagement.
I understand. I suppose I'd be upset too if someone attempted to terminate things the way you are.
But you have to help me. Convince Martin to formally dissolve our engagement.
Wait, you're asking me for help. Are you serious?
Absolutely. He insisted on not letting me end things easily. If he doesn't sign the paperwork, we can't officially call off our engagement. You need to come up with something to help me out here.
You can't be serious, right? You're really seeking my assistance?
Please, perhaps you can try to charm him over again. You know his vulnerabilities and preferences. I'm confident that if anyone can help me, it's you. Plus, you get your fiancé back. It's a win-win.
I have nothing to do with him, you, or either of your families ever again. You'll have to find someone else to handle your situation, but it won't be me. Why not ask one of your wealthy friends to do it for you, then?
Do you think I haven't considered that? I reached out to all of them, but none agreed to help. Some even changed their numbers, and I can't reach them.
Well, it seems like they simply don't want to help you. I have no issue getting in touch with anyone from our school days. Maybe they saw the news about your father-in-law and didn't want to be associated with you.
You're kidding me, right? Do you mean our old friends are deliberately avoiding me? But they're not hesitant to stay in touch with someone like you, a normal person?
I suppose they just don't prioritize wealth as much as you do. You're the only one who treats people poorly based on status. Anyway, good luck with your marital issues. 1 week later.
Haney, are you there? Please, you've got to help me. I need your help to escape Lena. She's crazy, and you're the only one I can turn to for help.
What are you talking about, Martin? I understand your dad is facing issues, but times like these should bring you closer to your wife. So seek her help, not mine, okay?
I want nothing to do with that fool. She's incredibly foolish and only seems interested in running away from me. Despite my efforts to safeguard everything the family has built, she only thinks about herself.
You're once again calling her an idiot, huh? But I thought you liked your girls dumb.
Yeah, but not this idiot. I had no idea someone could be this clueless. I've been so preoccupied trying to save the family business that I barely have time to deal with her anymore. I don't know what will break first, my company or my mental state.
I've been keeping up with the news. It seems like you and your family are facing significant trouble.
That's why I need your help. Please. I know you're more intelligent than me. If you could help me review some documents I have, maybe you could find a way to salvage my company from all this. Please, I need you, Haney.
Sorry, but I don't want to get involved with you. You cheated on me, ruined our engagement, insulted my intelligence, and claimed I was uglier than Lena. And you think I want to help you? This is not my problem, and I won't let you or Lena drag me into it. Goodbye.
Wait, Haney.
Later on, I heard on the news that Martin's family company had officially declared bankruptcy, and Martin attempted to rebuild from the ashes. However, the effort didn't go well, unlike before. It ended up drowning in debt. Lena sought help from her parents, but they believed they had finally rid themselves of her and told her she was now Martin's problem. With Martin's dad in jail and his company's bankruptcy, Martin and Lena decided to move in together until they could figure something out. While they're not married, they realize they have no one else to turn to but each other.